Mawlana Shafi rahmatullah, he also explains a poem of Imam Shafi rahmatullah in an interesting way. I had the same question as well, but when I mentioned it, people were mentioning it, they weren't very impressed with my question. So he says, شكوت إلى وكيء سوء حفظي فأوصاني إلى ترك المعاصي. Some riwayah have أوصاني أرشدني. So he said, Imam Shafi said, I complained to my teacher Waki' rahimahullah regarding my memory being weak. Now, what's he talking about memory? Because if you look at hifzi, awsani ila waki su'a hifzi, that would mean that by theory, every single Muslim should have a stronger memory than a non-Muslim. And a non-Muslim should have the weakest memory. A mushrik would have the weakest memory because he committed the greatest sin the entire day. So you would not have a mushrik with a strong memory, recall capacity. If that's what it is, and if Imam Shafi's point means that if you do sin, your memory, meaning your capacity to recall and retain information, is becoming weaker. What does that mean? That the more pious you are, automatically you would have a stronger memory. And if you have the more sins you commit, your memory gets weak. That would mean what? That a mushrik or an atheist, they would like a very low memory, and that's khilaf al-waqi', against contrary to realities. We see people who are not believers who commit sins, they have a stronger memory than people who are. So what he's saying here, that if you look at it, he's explaining it, but what it means here probably is majaz mursal. That hifz, what does hifz mean? Hifzul ilm, when you memorize Quran, when you have Quran ayat in your mind, or when you have hadith in your mind, or when you have the fiqh in your mind, what does that lead to? The ability to do amal, the ability to do istinbat, the ability to understand haqqi ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the hifz is probably majaz mursal for the ala. The hifz is an ala tool for these things, for the ability to gain to do amal. Hifz, when you know a hadith, that this is the virtue of fasting on this day. If it's conscious in your mind, what do you do? It leads to amal. If you know certain ayat, certain verses, it leads to you can do istinbat, deduction from the Quran and hadith. So hifz, what it just simply means recalling here. So shakawtu ila wakin, so hifz, it doesn't mean just my ability to recollect. Because you have all this memory championship, you remember like loads and loads of things. What does it mean? That I complain to Waki regarding what? My hifz being weak. And hifz here means, when you say hifz, what hifz leads to? The maqasid of hifz. What is what? Amal, istinbat, ijtihad, taqwa, ma'rifah. So you're saying that my hifz is weak, meaning I'm not able to do istinbat properly. I'm not able to do amal upon what I memorized properly. That would fit. And then he said, awsani ila tarkil ma'asi. And the next verse is al-ilmu nurun. Yeah, so ilm is a nur. So that the hifz here it wouldn't refer back to, because Imam Shafi is very clever. He's not dope, he's not going to say something that doesn't really make sense. Khilaf al-waqi'. So what it means here that su'l hifz probably, that's what Hanifullah says that as well. He explains in Urdu. He goes, it doesn't mean here, he says here, आखिर वो कौन सा इल्म है जिसमें मासी हाइल है? क्या वो किताबी इल्म है? हरगिज़ नहीं. It's not just like the book, you just know something, memorize it. Didn't refer to that. So if you start doing sin before exams, doesn't mean you're going to get better marks. Because a person is more sinful, and he's more sinful, and they can recall better. That's not what he's referring to. What's he referring to? The hifz of the ilm, which leads to what? Amal, ma'rifah, taqwa, istinbat, ijtihad, maqbool istinbat, ma'rifah, hikam.